That's pretty much what we've done so far is bootstrapped. There's a perception that a lot of money is needed up front for this, and true, to achieve our vision will take trillions of dollars to do. However, billions have already been spent on ET3 and invested in ET3. The companies and individuals who have made that investment just haven't realized it yet. So that's why we have this open consortium model to leverage those past investments that have already been made by others, and to create a new market for those investments that can coalesce in an open consortium that people get involved for their own reasons, to either leverage their skills and help create a new market for those skills, or to help create a new market for their intellectual properties, or help create a new market for production capacities. The capacities to make pipelines and vacuum pumps and the all the construction equipment to put everything together. All that already exists. So that's why we can use parallel processes, unlike 100 years ago when people like Henry Ford had to invest what would now be tens of billions of dollars to build a whole series of factories to do everything individually.
So the infrastructure by default is already there that you're piggyback riding on, in a sense.
Exactly. Yes. We can see a long ways because we stand on the shoulder of giants. So that it's a perception that maybe what we don't have the power to do, we focus on what we don't have. We don't have money. We don't have this. We don't have credibility. Well, we can build that, with efforts and with talking to people, because it's all about people. People already have those assets, and so
talk about that. Like, what is your process for that? Do you have any? Is there anything that you literally get up and do every single day to get to that goal?
Of funding?
Of funding and finding the right people to fund?
There's multiple mechanisms. I'm looking at various things are through certain government agencies, like there's an STTR, which is a technology transfer mechanism of benefit for society. And we're looking at those. There's angel investing. It starts at a lower level, and then there's increments beyond that. So there's multiple routes for the funding, multiple routes. And this is unique for me because I've never been involved quite with something like this. The kind of stuff I've been involved with might be on the order of $1 million or something less than that. This is going to be multi-million, so it's a whole different thing. Now, some of the people involved with the program that we would like to have met today, but they're stuck up in the mountains because of the flood.
We really don't see funding as being a major issue with this. There's a lot of more important things than funding. Right-of-ways are one of them. Public processes and laws and perceptions and things. What we get of all of the inquiries we receive, probably about a third of them are focused on how can I invest in this. So one of the problems that we have here in the United States is the old laws that have recently been changed, but the new rules have not been written. So with the crowdfunding and things and new ways of doing things and the internet, those are bringing in different methods of funding and a lot more visibility for projects. So really, when the value is assembled, the money comes looking for that high return potential and low risk potential. The most the most favorable balance, the most value. And from our perspective, if we had $1 billion, it wouldn't do anything for us. It's what we can trade that for. And people already have those assets, so we can assemble those assets in an open consortium, and people hang on to their own assets and participate, creating a new market for those assets. And the most common commodity in the world, everybody says, oh, I don't have enough money, or we don't have enough money. That money is the problem. It's not. The world is awash with money. It's the most common man-made commodity in the world. It naturally seeks its greatest return and minimum risk. So if we can minimize the risk by diversifying it across lots of members of the consortium that have already developed billions of dollars in capacities for intellectual properties and production capacities, we minimize that risk, because if one of those companies can't deliver, another one can. And then we maximize the potential by focusing on maximum value, maximum efficiency, maximum benefit for those assets, and finding a new market for those with that very little competition in it, a blue ocean strategy. So that's why our open consortium has been successful in attracting a lot of people that would have been our competitors with similar ideas, because we are making it cheaper to get involved with this than to go it alone.